Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10. If you use this promo code for a discount between January 16th, 2023 and February 10th, 2023, you will automatically be entered into a sweepstakes where you could win a Brothers War set booster box. There's also another way to enter where no purchase is necessary. See the link in the description below for full details. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. Well, Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One has been completely revealed, and you guessed it, the set is having an impact on some card prices in the secondary market, plus there's other things happening as well. As usual, we have a $2 threshold for the video. We're not going to discuss any card unless it's moving up at least $2. And quickly before we get started, just a couple things. I do want to say thank you to one of the viewers who gave a super thanks tip during last week's video, and that is Whip. Whip, thank you for consistently helping the channel with these super thanks tips. It is very appreciated. And as always, the super thanks tips are nice. They're never expected though. Just watching the channel, giving us a like, a subscribe, telling people about us, that all helps immensely as well. Additionally, remember, if you go to FlipsideGaming.com, you can use the Heroes promo code to save 10% on orders over $10. Currently, you can pre-order Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One products there. And remember, they do have their sweepstakes going on now too, where you could win a Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One set booster box. Check out the link in the description below for those details. And if you are in the United States, you do get free shipping on orders over $100 or orders that consist only of singles. Plus, whenever you use the Heroes promo code, it does support the channel, which is always appreciated. So thank you. And without any further ado, let's get into it. No standard legal spotlight this week. Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One is on the horizon, so people are waiting to see what's going to happen with that format, but we do have some Pioneer legal cards to talk about today, so let's take a look. First, we have Resplendent Angel, up $3.23 this week to $40. This is in the Selesnya Angels Pioneer deck, which has been gaining popularity and performing very well. It also sees a good amount of commander play too, though. It is in the Giada Font of Hope builds, which are also popular, and sometimes this appears in a new build too, around a Jumpstart 2022 card, Rodolph Duskbringer. Darksteel Forge is back again. The Plane Chase copy up $2 to $49.45. The Magic 2014 copy up $2.79 to $37.41. The Double Masters copy up $3.71 to $41.40. And the Darksteel copy up $4.34 to $49.93. Obviously, this took off in Commander with the release of the Brothers War. For example, this is used as an upgrade to Urza's Iron Alliance, and it's in fresh builds around Urza Chief Artificer from there. It's in a lot of other new builds too. But the reason it's still hot after all this time is because of the artifact interactions we are seeing in Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One. There is one card in particular that's pushing this that many Commander players are excited about. Let's take a look at it. Urtet Remnant of Memnarch is one of the Eternal Legal cards, and it is pushing more than just this card this week. And the last card in this section is Vorinclex Monstrous Raider, at $5.67 this week to $52.16. This is going to be one of the borderless concept Praetor cards, though, that can be found in Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One set, draft, and collector booster boxes, so keep that in mind. It is another highly played Commander card, though, and you do see this at times in new builds around a card from Jumpstart 2022, Kibo Uktabi Prince. This is also found commonly there in Atraxa Praetor's Voice builds, more on those later. Basically, though, Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One is really pushing this. The set contains plenty of cards that give poison counters. There's also an oil counter mechanic that lets you remove oil counters from a card to get an extra temporary benefit. There's several new planeswalkers. Proliferate's even back. And this card is going to be a good upgrade to one of the new Commander decks, Corrupting Influence. That quickly takes us to the Modern Legal Spotlight. A lot of Modern Legal cards moving up this week. Let's take a look. Imp's Mischief. This is up $2.12 to $28.32. It is in a number of Commander decks like Carrick, Son of Yawgmoth, and recently it has been getting more play in a few new builds, including Gix Yawgmoth Praetor. Malira Silvok Outcast. This is up $2.26 this week to $7.30. This has been seeing a little Commander play, both as a Commander and in the 99 builds like Marin of Clan Neltoth. Many are picking this up now due to the poison counter theme in Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One. Next we have Quest for Pure Flame. This goes up $2.37 this week to $2.79. Now this has only seen a little Commander play, but now a new card from Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One is pushing it. It combos with this card here, All-Will-Be-One. As long as you can start the combo between these two cards with damage and no one can disrupt it, you can take out all your opponents. I have seen some putting both of these cards in early Commander builds around the Red Terror. More on that card a little later. Ravenous Rats. Now, this is the copy from Dual Decks Anthology, a little dry online this week. It goes up 248 to 293. It is a staple, though, found in Commander Rat builds, and there is a new legendary rat that came from Jumpstart 2022. A lot of people have been building around Ashcoda the Shadow Swarm. Now there's another legendary rat for Commander players coming from Phyrexia All-Obi-Wan. That is Karumonix the Rat King. Mere Reservoir is next. It goes up 298 this week to 396. Another card that's just seen a small amount of Commander play in the past, but now there's a lot of interest in it thanks to Phyrexia All-Obi-Wan. If you've been watching the previews, you know that Mirror are back, and of course this is another card being pushed by Urtet, Remnant of Memnarch. In fact, this was mentioned as a card you might want to put in a build around Urtet on the Command Zone podcast this week. Could have brought some more attention to it. Overall, this card's been hot, but it is rebounding after a drop last week. This is Mindbreak Trap. It goes up 301 to 54.99. Storm strategies remain popular in Legacy and Vintage, and because of that, this card continues to see a lot of play out of sideboards in those formats. This also gets a little Commander play, but the need for the card in Legacy and Vintage is really what's pushing the price. That along with the fact that it's yet to be reprinted. Here's another card that got a little dry online this week. This is Phantom Mythos, the Mystery Booster copy. It goes up 309 to 1509. It does see Commander play in various builds, including Nekusar the Mind Razor, Vidalcan Archmage from Mirrodin. This goes up 321 this week to 1538. This saw a nice boost in Commander play when the Brothers War came out. It is in many new builds like Urza Lord Protector, for example. Again, though, this is another card getting a further push because of the artifact-centric cards that are found in Phyrexia All-Obi-Wan, including Urtet again. Skithiryx the Blight Dragon. The Double Masters copy is up 329 this week to 2574. The one from the list is up 331 to 2313. This does get some play as a commander, but it is also in the 99 in many decks, including Atraxa Praetor's Voice again. It is poised to see more play with a poison counter and proliferate mechanics returning in Phyrexia All-Obi-Wan. And this is another good upgrade to the Corrupting Influence commander deck. Craterhoof Behemoth. The Evison Restored copy is up 342 this week to $40.53. The Modern Masters 2017 copy is up $3.44 to $40.02. This is in Legacy Elves and 5-color Zenith. It is a popular commander card, though. You see this in Lathril, Blade of the Elves, and much more. But surprise, surprise, Phyrexia All-Obi-Wan is pushing this too. It's another good upgrade to Corrupting Influence. And just in general, this is a card that could be a win condition for decks running a lot of creatures with Toxic or Battle Cry. Yeah, that's another returning mechanic in the set. And our last card in this section is Earthquake from Portal Second Age. This copy is rebounding after a loss last week. It goes up $4.25 to $14. It does have unique art, and it is hard to find in high grade online. When it comes to gameplay, it's in a number of commander decks, and it's in a new build around a Jumpstart 2022 card too, Anti-Blight Bad Influence. It is that time again for our salute to all Eternal formats, but mostly Commander. It is our Eternal Spotlight. Obviously, all the cards in this section won't be legal in all Eternal formats, but let's see what's going on here. Worldly Tutor from Dominaria Remastered, trying to find its price point. It goes up $2 to $15.99. It is in a wide variety of commander decks, including a build around a new Jumpstart 2022 card, Kinesos Priest of Thassa. Sylvan Library. Now this one's interesting. The Dominaria Remastered retro copy up $2 to $34.99, and the regular Dominaria Remastered copy also up $2 to $34.99. I don't think that's ever happened before on the Market Watch. Again, though, these cards are just trying to find their price point because they are so new and they're getting into circulation. When it comes to gameplay, this is in Legacy, Naya Depths, and more, and it is another huge commander card, seeing more play in a newer deck too, Kiba Uktabi Prince. Goblin Sharpshooter from Onslaught goes up $2.01 to $25.95. Another card rebounding after a drop last week. It is in a number of commander builds like Gyerson Starn Kellermorph, but I have seen this in early deck lists around the Red Terror and other cards that play well with All-Will-Be-One. Mana Crypt, that mystery booster copy again. It's up $2.22 this week to $199.01. It's in a lot of vintage builds, including Mono White Initiative, which is very popular right now. It's also found in a wide variety of commander decks. Plus, it's a good upgrade to the Heads I Win, Tails You Lose Secret Lair commander deck, which finally got into people's hands not too long ago. Mox Diamond from Stronghold goes up $2.25 to $6.25. Small percentage increase here. Popular legacy card, though, in some different lands builds. Also shows up in a variety of commander decks. Sapphire Medallion, this is the copy from the list. It goes up 226 to 2810. It is in a lot of different mono blue commander builds, including Urzalord High Artificer, and it's in builds around a new Jumpstart 2022 card 2, Elandra Sky Dreamer. Mox Opal, the Double Masters, copies up 243 to 7582. The Scars of Mirrodin copies up 270 to 7571. In Legacy, it's in Painter and more. Vintage, it's in Paradoxical Outcome. This also has been getting more commander play since the Brothers War came out. It is an expensive but good upgrade to Urza's Iron Alliance and in fresh builds around Urza Chief Artificer, for example. Rhystic Study, the Prophecy copy up 241 to 4237. The Jumpstart copy up 327 to 4547. These copies did get soft when this card was reprinted in Jumpstart 2022, but now they are quickly rebounding. It is a huge commander card. Basically, if you're playing blue in the format, you probably want a copy of this. Daretti Scrap Savant. This is the Commander Anthology Volume 2 copy. This copy only comes in foil. It goes up 329 this week to 966. It was reprinted in the Heads I Win, Tails You Lose Secret Lair commander deck, but this copy is still moving up. It is a fairly popular commander, and in the 99 of many builds, including some new ones like Megatron Tyrant, for example. Intuition. This goes up 365 this week to $168. Sometimes you do see this in Legacy Sneak and Show and Omnitel builds. It also appears in a variety of commander decks. Here it is, the Red Terror. This is up 390 this week to 489. This is from the Warhammer 40k Tyranid Swarm commander deck, and it has been in a number of commander builds, including Anti-Blight Bad Influence at times. Now though, many are putting together deck lists where this is the commander, since it combos with All Will Be One, which we saw earlier. Mawlok is up 481 to 1050. This is from the Warhammer 40k Tyranid Swarm commander deck as well. No surprise that this has been seeing some commander play, but it is starting to show up now in some legacy builds like Food Chain at times. We'll have to see if this does stick around in the format, but the gameplay has led to some new spec on the card. Also, this could play well in the future with one of the Phyrexia All-Be-One cards. I could see this in the 99 of commander decks along this one here, Luca Bound to Ruin. Necropotence, this is the copy from Deckmasters Garfield vs. Finkel. This copy only comes in foil. It is up $7.85 this week to $100.40, rebounding after a drop last week, but overall this card is creeping back up again after some recent losses. Now, Necropotence was recently reprinted in the Secret Lair 30th Anniversary Countdown Kit, but as you can see, this copy is still hot right now, mostly because it's a very early foil. When it comes to gameplay, this is in Vintage Doomsday, plus this is getting some additional commander play now in Gix Yawgmoth Praetor builds. Plateau from Revised up 845 this week to 349.62. Overall, these revised dual lands have stabilized, and in some cases, they've been moving up since the drop they saw following the Magic 30th Anniversary Edition announcement. They're highly played in all formats where they're legal. Wheel of Fortune from Revised up 1024 to 319.99. This is rebounding after a loss last week. Solid commander card in a variety of builds, and it is seeing more play now in some Mishra claimed by Gix decks. Another revised dual land moving up with Taiga. This goes up 1072 to 387.50. And here's one more revised dual, Underground Sea, up 1771 to 765.26. And finally, we have a Traxa Praetor's Voice, the Commander 2016 copy. That one only comes in foil. It goes up 1831 to 53.79. The Commander Anthology Volume 2 copy. That one also only comes in foil. It is up 2183 to 59.99. And finally, the Double Masters copy is up 2318 to 59.63. This is already an extremely popular commander and in the 99 in some builds. But now more players are interested because this will play well with poison and oil counters from Phyrexia All-Be-One. And like I said earlier, the set's also bringing us a bunch of new Planeswalkers and Proliferate. There's even a new Atraxa in the set. Let's take a quick look. Atraxa Grand Unifier. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. If you're interested to find out which cards are moving down this week, or maybe which premium cards I wanted to highlight, check out the YouTube shorts that come out from the channel this weekend. Until next time though, hey, stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page, as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.